There are a couple of reasons that I feel the poverty rate in Dallas is so high. One may be because, like I said, some parents go to work for a little bit of pay. You may make $8 an hour and have to work 10 to 12 hours just to make ends meet. Then your child is at home all day by themselves. They're not eating correctly. They're not getting the full course meals that they need. Noodles. It's always an option. Eat some noodles. For some parents that are trying their hardest to provide for their children, but the rate of pay that they're receiving is not it's not meeting their needs. Another reason I feel that the poverty rate is so high is because I feel like that the government or society want us to be keep us contained in the lower level. So things are thrown out there like, hey, get these Jordans instead of buying a house full of groceries and cooking a meal for your child every day. I see kids around my neighborhood that have on Jordans, but they're asking me, can I have some candy? Can I have this? Can I have some food? Do you have something? But you have on Jordans. People are spending money looking at TV thinking that material things is more important than taking care of your children as far as food is, for the soul. And instead of buying shoes from Family Dollar or, the thrift store, you'll go and buy Jordans because that's what everyone else is wearing. We're living beyond our means sometimes. Another thing is, I feel that the poverty rate is so high is because people don't get together like they used to. Years ago, when me and my friends didn't have money, we stayed in the same apartments or whatever. They'll cook a meal one day, I'll cook a meal one day. It's no community unity as far as, helping each other out. Get together, feed each other one day. If I got it this day, you make the meal. If you got it this day, you make the meal. But a lot of this is because we're having a wool pulled over our eyes thinking that other things are more important than the reality of do what you can with what you got. Don't try to, live beyond your means. A lot of drugs, alcohol stores, everything is around. A lot of people that are going through things that we may not even know about, and their children are suffering because of that people don't realize because they don't know how to deal with it or cope with it, rather than, coming together as a community, helping each other. They go buy drugs, they go drink it off, spend it on this and that, and they don't really have, anything left over for the children. Another thing is, a lot of people are about themselves now. It's not a village raising kids anymore. It's more about, well, they ought to do something about it. When it really should be, when you give and help others, God is going to bless you even more. It's like people don't have time for their children. It's more about materialistic and worldly things that are going on. And not only that, it's some of us that work hard for a little bit of pay that need help, and can't get that help, even though, we work hard. I may be a nurse, or I could be a caregiver to someone's child, and I'm doing it out of love, even though I don't make a lot of money. And when it's time for me to provide for my child, it's like I don't have that much money because I don't make a lot, or whatever. And sometimes it's parents don't have information because they wasn't taught. So it's like a triggering effect going down the line, Their parents went through this, so now they're going through it, It's a lot of it to me is, I'm not going to say curses, but yeah, family curses. A lot of people don't believe in that, but there are such things as family curses and everything, Hey, my mom went through it, I'm going to go through it, or whatever. And also, I feel it's high because Dallas is a very large, city. So it's not like a small town. So therefore, the rate is gonna be higher because we are so large, and we have a diverse of people, blacks and Mexicans, Hispanics. I apologize, Hispanics. That. We're not the majority, but from as far as Caucasian people or whatever, but being that Dallas is so big, it makes it seem that the poverty rate is larger because it is so big. Dallas is so big. And another thing that I want to address is that the way of the world now, people just don't care, and it's sad. And it's not just poverty, because our children are going through a lot of more things than just poverty. So, but that does, play a big part. And I pay taxes, and I work. I don't make a lot of money, but I pay taxes, and I have to hear my kids come home for the last couple of years, come home and say how the food at school is not cooked all the way, it's not this and that, even though they get free lunch, but I still pay taxes into whatever, taxes still come out of my check to pay for certain things, however they split it up, however they do it. And our children is not getting the best that they should get, compared to some of the schools that parents do have a lot of money. It's like, hey, get them whatever. The food, they complain about the food not being cooked well or whatever. If my child is at school from 8 until 4 o'clock and should have breakfast and lunch, it shouldn't be poverty. The poverty rate shouldn't be as high, because they should have food that is appealing to the kids that they would eat, So when they get home for dinner, maybe their parents can provide them dinner, because like I said, some of us work and pay taxes for our children to eat well, at school. And it's all about community and coming together to help our children, regardless of how much money you have or you don't have. And it's just not love put into things anymore. That's another reason I feel the poverty rate is so high, because the love and sincerity is gone out of everything, whether it's working in a restaurant, working in the school cafeteria, or whatever. And we take food, we take money, we take everything for granted. I don't like this chicken, so I'm going to throw it in the trash. Instead of maybe we can go around and see, hey, y'all need this? Hey, your family need that? I got this that I don't really like. Let you have it. Trading food, trading vegetables, trading, coming together as a community will I feel will help the poverty rate go down a lot.